and welcome back to Privateer ASCII sector, where you guys suck! Jesus, I can't believe I sat through this entire musical version of the Wing Commander movie. Whose idea was that shit? Alright, let's get out of here. Man, thank God it was free. Previously we failed a few missions because we were foolish and decided to have a nap. Clear that. But we can still collect payment for a couple of things, and that one's completed. So now would be a good time to look for more missions. And where am I going? Collecting payment in Saturnus and also in Mendeleev, which are not very close to one another, but that's fine. So let's see if there's anyone offering a job for a rookie. Here we go. Totem in Plexus Minor and find Joseph Bennett. We'll see if there's something in a system that I'm already going to first. Premium 2, that's the other side of the system. No dice. Okay, it's not looking very likely. Sorry, mate. Yeah, nobody. Bell system. This one's got 820 credits, which means it's probably pretty close. So I'll still reject it. There might be something better. Okay, well, port. No, I'm not going to port. So here, how about I just clear up my mission log? We'll start fresh with some Merchant Guild missions. So I want to go to Saturnus and Mendeleev. I knew that. Let's go. God, I'm never going to a theater again. Nav. Mendeleev is over here. And we know Saturnus is up there, so I'll go to Loy, which is the, if you recall, the beginning sector, and a sort of a hometown for me, and we'll check out what's going on there. Or maybe there'll be some quests I can get. I don't really like flying around without a quest, even with just pick up payment quests sort of thing. Because that's potential profits that aren't happening, and I could be making money. And as we know, I need lots and lots and lots of money. Money, money, money. Money makes the galaxy go round, don't you ever forget that. So, I want to land on a nearby planet ASAP. I really didn't like the sound of any of those quests, which is unfortunate. Let's just... I think something's happening. One or more of you is a pirate, and I'm not sure who's who. Okay, Confed just destroyed someone. What's that? Oh no, how unfortunate for you. And now I gotta get my thing cleaned again. Alright. Basin, that was where we started. Let's go back to the old stomping grounds, see what's what. And maybe someone will remember me. I'll have a bit of rep with them. Autopilot! I'm really kind of keen to get onto that casino ship at some stage. I really want to play some roulette. I really need to figure out how to do that. Because after doing a bit of research, just a little bit of research, there are no casinos on planet, as far as I know, and that's the only place where you can play poker or roulette or whatever in this game. And it's kind of a weird addition, but, you know, why not? Why the heck not? I want the Merchant Guild. There wasn't one on that last planet, and it made me sad. Hope I don't have to do... Oh, I have to do 6 missions now. Before it was 5. Because I failed that one. Alright, whatever. Transport movies. Movies are cheap, right? And there's only... Wow, that's a really, really bad one. Zaidan in the new Beijing system to Hooper's Hope. Less than 2. What does that mean? Wow. Less than 3 hours left. Rush order. High demand factory equipment on New Frankfurt. System New Frankfurt. Okay. How much money do I have? How much money do I have? Yeah, I can do that. I can pick up that much stuff. New Frankfurt isn't too bad. So let's do it. Accepted. This time I will not fall asleep. I promise. That was embarrassing. And it set me back, and I'm unhappy. Okay, now I'll check in the bar, see if anyone wants me to go to New Frankfurt as well. Not many people in here. Oh, you want an item delivered to the Saturnus. Mimus and Saturnus, that's exactly where I'm going. Fantastic, okay. This is good. This is good. Plexus, you want to go? No. Sorry, I'm not going there. Nah. No, I'm happy with the ones I've got. So now I want to pick up... What am I picking up? Robotic equipment? But I get the feeling agricultural base is not the best place to get factory equipment. So I'm just going to jet off and find somewhere more... Sorry, I paused it accidentally. I keep forgetting to change my hotkeys. Somewhere that sells factory equipment quite cheaply, which I would expect is none of those places. So let's head towards... Hang on, if there's a good refinery... No, I want to... Ooh. What type of base would you get? Maybe it is refinery. Robotic equipment, refinery, yeah, why not? Anyway, I'm heading towards Mendeleev. So if I can not die, helpful. Also, go away. There's so many people around, why can't any of you kill him? Seriously. Do I have to do everything? Yeah, thanks. Now there's someone else being a jerk. Yeah, I got him. I forgot to turn my volume up again. I will fix that in a second. Sorry. Oops. Get out of my way, jerk. Alright. And now you can hear my sounds. Woo! Yeah, my program doesn't allow me to capture sound from the system and from the microphone at the same time, which is bollocks. But we'll just have to deal with it. By setting the volume... See, what I end up having to do is setting the volume out my speakers a lot louder than I normally would. Because I'm using a quite good microphone. I'm actually using a microphone from Rock Band for the Xbox, which is a USB microphone that just works on a computer without any fuss at all. But that also means it's a unidirectional microphone. It'll only work really in one direction, so it has to... I'm having to play the music and sounds really loud to get a really quiet sound in the recording. So that explains that. And why sometimes I'll forget to turn the sound up and I'll think everything is fine, but you can't hear shit. And I'll be talking quieter than normal and I won't realize why. But it's okay. I'm just gonna land. Whoa, there is one pirate and one Karathi, but I'm just gonna land straight up and avoid all that mess. And as soon as I touch down, I'm gonna end this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Tune in next time when I get paid.